So you said that there are 3 close friends of yours. So, how many presents are you looking to get each of them? 3 presents for each. Okay. And what about a budget? Anything, whatever it costs. Well, you're very generous, aren't you? You have very lucky friends. So for these 3 presents that you're getting each of them, did you have something in mind? Okay, so you want to get each of them at least one video game. You're all gamers. Oh, I see. You met playing Pokemon. It's always really nice when gaming brings people together. Okay, and then each one of them is a collector of different items, and you want to get them something for their collection. And what about the 3rd present for each? see. Is there anything that they are currently playing, maybe, that isn't Pokemon? They've been really into Splatoon 3. I've been playing a lot of Splatoon 3 myself. It's quite fun. A little too addictive, though. Are there maybe any other genres that you're aware of that they are interested in trying, or maybe they've played a few other games? They've really just pretty much only played Pokemon. Okay, so they did play Castlevania as a kid, but that was a long time ago. And did they enjoy that? They did, okay. I have some ideas for that then. Okay. Anything else? You said that they're each a collector. Does this person have a collection? Amiibo. Oh, okay. Sometimes it's hard to get amiibo for people because they might already have them. But we'll see what we can find out. So, take a look at this list and tell me if it looks accurate or if there's anything else you want to add. Okay, I think this will definitely help come up with some ideas. I think the best way to start this is we'll start with the game for each person, and then we'll move on to the next category after we've found a game for each of them. Okay, so let's start with the first friend. You said that they enjoy playing games with their spouse, so it might be good to get a co-op game, perhaps. Or do they like playing more like side by side, each playing their own game at the same time? They do like to do that too. Okay. Well, you are all Pokemon fans, as you mentioned. So my first thought is to get them a Pokemon game and get them the two different versions and Witches and Vampires, The Secret of Ashbury. These are in the same series. I think Witches and Vampires is the first game, and Vampire Legends is the sequel. And these are certainly very obscure RPGs. They involve vampires and magic. Is that something they might like? Maybe, but you'd like to see some other ideas too. Okay, let's see what else. You think that they might like other monster collecting games? Okay, so some other monster collecting games that they might like. The Puzzle Fighters games, where you dig up and fight with dinosaurs. Maybe. Okay. Another option would be the Dragon Quest Monsters games. And the new one is coming out on Switch very soon. You think they might already have this one? Okay. I have one more idea. Okay. How about these two Spectrobes and its sequel? Beyond Spectrobes Beyond the Portals. These are kind of like fossil fighters, in that you dig up your Spectrobes and then use them in battle. You do think they might like these? Yeah, they're definitely unique. Let's see if there's some pictures of what the Spectrobes look like. So they do evolve into bigger and stronger forms. You think these will be good picks for that friend? Do you like one more than the other? Both of them, certainly. There actually is a third game. It's not on the DS though, so I don't know if they would be interested. It was on the Wii. It's called Spectrobes Origins. You think they might be interested in this too? that is the second friend decided as well. Now we're moving on to a game for the third friend. And you said that they pretty much have only played Pokemon for the last at least a decade. But they are playing Splatoon 3 right now. And they're looking to branch out to other games and genres. Okay. Do you know if they are interested in Splatoon 1 or 2? Not really? Okay. They just like Splatoon 3. That makes sense. But you did say they liked Castlevania. There are a couple collections of Castlevania games on the Switch. Okay, so they want something a little more modern, something more recent. But do you think maybe a Metroidvania type game would be a good idea? Perhaps, okay. What about Metroid Prime? Or maybe Metroid Dread? They don't like the setting. Okay. Well, I have some other suggestions. There's this one. It's an indie game called Haiku the Robot. And this is a Metroidvania. You play as this little robot. This was a limited print game, so it adds a bit to the gift that you would get something that maybe isn't always available. It's a very cute art style, and inside this case there is a map. There's a little instruction manual. Classic style instruction manual. It's very cute, very small. And this inside is reversible. It does have the title on the spine to be true reversible. And it comes with some cards of some of the characters. Okay, so you think that's definitely a possibility? this is the character that you play as in the game. And you can see that it has a hanger. It also has these pins on either side, so you can wear it as a brooch. And it comes with a stand that folds out, and you can display it like that. It also comes with this mini comic about one of the characters named Quirrell. It's a few pages, gives some backstory. There are also these art cards. Four of these. And then, of course, the game itself. Which inside also comes with a map. Instruction manual. And this cover is also reversible. And lastly, it has a lens cloth. So this collector's edition is a bit more substantial of a gift compared to that haiku game. And Hollow Knight is a great game that I highly recommend, especially for somebody who likes Metroidvanias, or might like Metroidvanias. Do you think that they would like this? You think they might? It's worth a shot if they're looking to completely try some new genres. This could be the way to go. Okay. Yeah. I think that will be a good gift for them. So we have our 3 games picked out for each. Now let's get them some things for their collections. Alright, you said that the friend number 1 likes collecting plush. I'm thinking a Pokemon plush. Is that what you're thinking too? Yeah, makes sense. You said that their favorite generation is Gen 5. Do they have a favorite Pokemon from that gen? Not really, okay. Oh, I see, but they do like fire types. Okay. Gen 5 fire types. What about Chandelier? Chandelier's very popular. Fire type, ghost type. Makes for a very unique blush. Maybe. Okay. Another really popular Gen 5 Pokemon is Volcarona. Bug type, fire type. It's got this nice fluffy body. 6 wings. And I'm personally a huge fan of bug types, so I would lean more towards Volcarona for them, but oh, that's great news. They love Volcarona. Well, what do you think? Would they like always the funniest, but I find there to be a certain charm in how bad some of them are. You don't think this is their type of humor? Yeah. It's definitely not for everyone. Oh, really? They love sun and moon. Okay. Well, I can work with that. How about the Horizon Manga last one that they released was this one, which is quite large. And this is Big Man. Do you know if they have a favorite idol out of this group? Oh, they do really like Big Man. Well, that's a great pick. Look at him. He's such a gentle giant. Okay, yeah. And I'm assuming you just want the one since you're going with smaller gifts. Okay, so we'll do Big Man for that one. And somebody else will have to get them these other two, perhaps. Or they can get them at another time. But you'll have helped their collection. Okay, we are on to our final category of gift. And this one's a little bit trickier, but I have something in mind. You said that you wanted something that is like in common. So each of you will have a piece of it. Like maybe 4 pieces of a locket that come together to make the full picture. You know, that kind of idea. So here's what I'm thinking. Let me grab one of them. Okay, so since you all met playing Pokemon, and since this is a gift for the holidays, I'm thinking that you each get a piece of a holiday train. See, that way each of you has a part of a train, and combined you have a complete train. Glad you liked that idea. I was worried you'd think it's cheesy. I think it's cute. So there's this one here with Alolan Vulpix on top. Scraggy here. And it says Delibird Holiday Express. There's little trees all around and presents. The wheels are Pokeballs. And there's lights and wreaths. Packed full with the presents. So that's one of them. Next one I have here is this one with Pikachu and Roly-Poly. This one has lights as well, and wreaths, presents, and this one is a coal car full of coal. this one with Scraggy and Vulpix. You think this would be good for friend number 1? Yeah, because they love Gen 5. And Scraggy's a Gen 5 Pokemon. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Does that all look right? And are you sure you want to get